reason why I blame men for why women cheat, and I'll always say it's your man's fault. And you guys get really upset with me and we're like, no, she's got no morals. She's got no morals. That same woman is very loyal to somebody else in her life, and she will be. She's just not loyal to you. Women that are dealing with men that are too passive, that are the most disloyal. It's the women that are dealing with the nice guy. It's the women that are dealing with the man that can't set boundaries. A man that comes to me who's been cheated on, he will tell me, I never stopped her from doing anything. I allowed her to go on holidays whenever she wanted. I allowed her to come home whenever she wanted. She could post whatever she wanted on Instagram, and she still cheated on me. And I say to them, duh. And it's because men haven't understood the psychology of women. Yes, we say we want freedom, but really we need boundaries. And when we don't have any, what will happen is you'll attract women that want complete and utter freedom. Women who want freedom don't want commitment, they don't want compromise, and they don't want to be loyal to their partner. Women that don't want complete freedom, but actually want some boundaries on what the relationship looks like, because they enjoy compromise. They enjoy meeting each other in the middle. They enjoy spending time together. So those women are less attracted to a man that just has an open door policy where you can just do whatever you want.
So, while I think there's a lot of truth in what she's saying, right? There's a lot of truth in there. This is why men have a hard time dealing with women, because you're telling us what you want, and we're going to then treat you like an adult. We're not going to infantilize you. I'm going to treat you like an adult because I'm going to believe that you are trying to actually properly communicate with me. Remember that women hold the patent on communication. So they say. But when I'm asking you to communicate with me, you're telling me what you want, and then your actions are saying something else. Then your actions, you cheating on me, is now somehow, again, my fault. I'm not a fan of infantilizing someone that you're supposed to be in a committed relationship with. If you tell me this is what you want, and I present you with an ability to do that, a space to do that, and then you turn around, well, it's not what you meant, then you're not communicating with me in any sort of stretch. More to the point, how can it always be a man's fault? How can it always be a man's fault why something doesn't work? Something went wrong, and it's because of a man. It's because a man didn't give you boundaries. It's because a man listened to what you wanted. That's why you cheat on him. That's why when men go to her looking for guidance and help, what's your fault? Why you listen to your wife? You listen to your girlfriend. You listen to her concerns that she brought to you, and you let her do what she wanted. You let her go on girls trip. You let her post whatever she wanted on Instagram or social media. You listened. How dare you? Right? How dare you do something stupid like that, right? But this is what you told us you wanted. You wanted us to listen. You wanted us to, get rid of, to break down the patriarchy, and here's your voice. This sort of rhetoric, and again, let me just be clear. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this part of it. It can't be a man's fault. You wanted independence. You wanted to say. You wanted your voice to be heard. You wanted to be elevated. Okay. Then the decisions you make, because again, you're not a toddler. You're not a child who does not understand consequence. Don't understand that if you do this, then that. Here's a consequence. I think where we get wrong, what she's saying about, yes, setting boundaries. You set your boundaries not to curtail her behavior, but to promise the consequence of yours. If you do this, it will be my consequence. I'm not telling you you can't go out with your friends. I'm not telling you can't do girl trips. I'm not telling you you can't do girl trips and then have his schlong down your throat. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when you do, here's going to be my response. My response will always be this. There's no talking. There's no negotiation. There's nothing. Here it is. You're free to do whatever you want. I'm just like life outside this house. You choose to do this, here's a consequence. That's it. It's the same way with, hey, if you choose to support and love me, here's a consequence. Consequences aren't necessarily bad and not inherently mean or wrong. They're just, hey, here's a guarantee. Here's a guarantee. And I need a clip of a Denzel guarantee, right? Where if you give this is the output. That's it. That's all it comes down to. I'm not, it's wrong to sort of shame men for saying it's your fault she cheated on you because you didn't do this. You didn't set this. This is ridiculous. You're an adult, right? You're an adult. Otherwise, this relationship that we have would be against the law entirely. I'm going to treat you like an adult because you make adult decisions in almost every other aspect of your life. But when it comes to me, I'm somehow responsible for your poor behavior. Man, don't ever put up with anything like this.